Another community project Rose helped develop is the David and Joyce Dinkins Gardens, named after New York City's first African-American mayor and his wife. Designed by a team led by Datner Architects, the project is located in central Harlem, currently in the midst of a social and economic renaissance. The neighborhood has periodically faced inadequate housing. In the 1970s, parts of Harlem lost up to 40% of their residents, leaving entire city blocks abandoned. Partnering with the Harlem Congregation for Community Improvement, Rose added another aspect of community sustainability: ownership.
Harlem's Congregation for Community Improvement. It was an interfaith organization started by a congregation of about 90 churches in 1986. Basically, we're a non-for-profit organization that works on the revitalization of Central Harlem. On this project, we're co-developing with Jonathan Rose Companies, and we're going to be the owners of the building at the end of it. So it was vital that we were all in from the very beginning of the process. It's one thing when you're developing a project and you're walking away from it. It's another thing when you're developing a project and it's going to be yours. You or someone of your staff, they're going to have the headache of dealing with a leaking roof 2 or 3 years after, or health issues, or maybe a major rise in asthma.
Almost a third of the units will go to young adults who've recently grown out of the city's foster care program.
40% of those kids, when they turn 18 in a day, they're kicked out of the foster care system. They don't even have suitcases. They're given black garbage bags to put their possessions in, and they're thrown out on the street, and 40% of them go homeless. So the goal of this project is to create housing for these kids. At the same time, if we created a building that was just 86 units that was only housing for youth aging out of foster care, we'd be creating the very monoculture that I was against in the beginning. So it's a third youth aging out of foster care and 2/3 low-income residents from the building.
So the idea of mixed income, the idea of mixed use in a building, living up top and commercial space on the bottom, keeping the sidewalk vibrant. The idea of Jane Jacobs' eyes on the street. All these developments and all these projects started coming into play. The 25 units that we're talking about, kids aging out of foster care, they're in the system, they've been in the system, and then suddenly they're on their own. The idea being that you're not just sent out there with the wolves.